Welcome to Anna Dialogue. This is the second episode dedicated to my audiophile test discs. Incredible music, incredible sonics. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Okay guys, if you haven't seen the first episode with 10 fantastic records, CDs, take a look. Here is a link. You're going to find all the links also in the video description. And I must admit that that video had quite an amount of success. Hence, I decided, even though I did state it in that first video, that I was going to do another episode. Because there are a lot of incredible recordings that I use as test discs. And they change during time. They change according to the type of hi-fi gear I'm trying out. I purchased, I borrowed, and things like that. So it's something in constant evolution, even though I go back to the ones that I left aside for a while, then I go back to the others, then I find new ones. Also, you're going to find in this selection, in these 10 CDs, a few of those recommended by you guys in that first video. Yes, because the commentary was fabulous. Thank you so much. You made me discover a lot of fantastic stuff. Hopefully, it's going to happen again. Okay, we're going to go through 10 amazing recordings. Once again, I'm just going to put random one or the first track probably in most cases. So explore, because these are not only sonically incredible, but the music, the artistry is as well. Just as good, okay? I'm going to listen along with you. We're going to hear a few seconds of each CD. Let's start immediately with one of my favorites, which I was about to put in that other group, but I said, let's keep it for the second one. In fact, I want to start out with this one. Amazing album. Relaxing at Camarillo, good old Joe Henderson. Wawa Gazawa. This is just an incredible recording. This is a 1979 recording. I think it came out in 1981. I'm not sure. In any case, the recording was done at Los Angeles on the August 20 and December 29, 1979. Incredible personnel. Clearly Joe Anderson on tenor saxophone, Chick Corea on piano, Tony Dumas, Richard Davis on bass, Peter Eckstein and Tony Williams on drums. But it's the saxophone. It's that funky fusion rhythm that is just outstanding. Are you ready? Let's listen to this. First track, let's go. Okay, these contemporary records are just amazing. And these types of CDs, as you know, I am a huge fan of AAD CDs. In any case, early release CDs, okay? They also can be ADD. But those early conversions, the first one, most of them, not all, as you know, most of them are just amazing. If you want to know more about these first CDs, I did an entire video, actually a few videos. Start from this one where I go in depth on this topic. Okay, let's proceed. Another classic that should have been in the other one. What am I talking about? James Newton Howard and Friends. Rock instrumental for synthesizers, drum, and percussion. And this is a legendary recording from Sheffield Lab, meaning Doug Sax. Now this is the XR-CD version, which is pretty good. I believe that a normal CD version will be just as good. In some cases, XR CDs are superior. If you don't know what is an XR CD, here is a link. Once again, all the links are going to be in the video description. And I'm sure you're familiar with James Newton Howard because he made a career then in soundtracks and scoring for movies and things like that. But in the 80s, this is a 1982 with a, if I don't go wrong, album, at least recorded in that period of time. Let me see, 1983, practically with all the family of the Porcaro family on drums, synthesizers, percussions, everything. Amazing. I mean, it is 80-ish, okay? It has that cold 80s sound, but it's done correctly. It's fabulous. Let's start just with the first track. Okay, guys, don't stop there, okay? Absolutely. There is an evolution. It changes. There's lots of sounds, lots of synthesizers, but it's a very cool album. A must-have, audiophile must-have, I think. Okay, let's proceed now with our third release, something a little more recent. I don't know if you're familiar with these incredible recordings that Professor Johnson is shoveling out from reference recordings. Amazing stuff. They're most of them are HD CD, and the blues records done with Doug Macleod are just fantastic. This is one, but also the other ones are fabulous. This is There's a Time, 2013. Very simple, with Doug Macleod on guitar and vocals, and Denny Croy on bass, and Jimmy Botton on drums. Just very, very cool, very, very easy listening. Blues, but the trick here is the reverberation, the ambience. You just sense perfectly the space between the instruments, the players, and the room where they're playing. Fabulous. Okay, let's try immediately. As I said, this is an HD CD. If you don't know what an HD CD is, please take a look here at this link. Okay, let's start. You can use it clearly as a normal CD, no problem. The XR CD is also a normal CD, okay? It's just done properly. To fully decode the HD CD, you need a dedicated DAC, which has a chip inside, the Pacific Microsonics chip in the old days, or something newer, in newer gear. There is something out there, but I mean, don't worry. I mean, already here, you're getting a lot of juice. Let's listen to the first track.
Rosalie, yeah, Rosalie, Rosalie, Rosalie. Well, she got something working, always work with me. Now what she sell, you can't buy in the store. It's a privatized business, can't tell you no more, Rosalie. Ooh, Rosalie. The woman got something working, always work with me. You go outside the city, down by the track. That's where you find Miss Rosalie's shack, Rosalie. I'm talking about Rosalie. That woman got something working, always work with me. Now it may cost you a nickel, it may cost you a dime, but put your money down, boy, you're gonna have a good.
Okay, I think you have an idea. Once again, explore all of these. There's also Fiona Boyce, another blues female artist. Fabulous. Okay, let's proceed now. Let's go back in time with another classic, 1979. One of a kind, Dave Grusin, who is the founder, together with Larry Rosen, of GRP Records, which is an audiophile record. They did a lot of stuff mainly in the 80s, which suffers a little bit from that very artificial sound. A little too many synthesizers for my taste. But this is still on the verge, on the passage between the 70s and 80s, and it still has a lot of energy of people really playing, okay? Not too much computer stuff. And here we have Grover Washington Jr., Ron Carter, Steve Gadd, and a bunch of other fellas. Wow. Very, very cool. I'm sorry, it's a 1978 actually, not 79. Sorry, my mistake. Okay, let's listen just the first one. Go. Digital Master. Okay, once again, these are just the first seconds, then there's an evolution. It gets going. Okay, let's pass now to maybe the favorite of the batch. A Japanese recording. A very special recording. Something that actually I wanted to present in a dedicated video to this label, because they do incredible stuff in the Japanese scenario dedicated to music, to recordings of the past century, I would say. What am I talking about? Masahiko Togashi and Isao Suzuki, A Day of the Sun. Pure audiophile glory, pure genius. Now, this is just music, like most of these actually, and there is just something special going on, a special vibe, a special groove. It's not only the amazing sonics of this, I mean, really, I have to listen to this when I buy a new piece of equipment. Also some of the others, especially the Joe Henderson. But wow, guys, I mean, we're not going to be able to listen to find the exact parts with the percussions, with the piano, the synthesizers, but also the drums and all the different noises. Especially, I would say the percussions are so juicy and realistic and engaging. It's just incredible. And the concept that we are living a day of the sun with all its, the evolution of it, sunrise, going up in the sky, and then finally setting. It's, I don't know, poetry, I think. It's just fantastic. A lot of people may find it boring, but I think it's pure genius. By King Records. As I said, I will do a dedicated video on this. This is a SHM CD, meaning it's just been done with special material. If you don't know what that is, if you're interested in all the different types of materials that modern CD are made of now, a lot of stuff like the blue spec and things like that, take a look to this video. I covered them practically all. Okay, let's start. This is a 1979 recording. Let's start immediately with track number 1. Just a few seconds. Okay, I skipped just a few seconds of the same track just to give you a little hint of the other instruments, but it goes on. And then there's the percussions get even better. I mean, some of the best percussions I ever heard recorded. Wow. Just wow. Trust me, guys. Try to grab a copy. If you're having difficulties to find something like this, I suggest to follow the indications I gave in a video dedicated to the Three Blind Mice Japanese jazz label. There's a little trick to get stuff at a very cheap price. Here is a link. Okay, Japanese recordings, CDs, at a very cheap price and easily new and fast. Okay, let's proceed with another modern recording. If I don't go wrong, it should be 2003. Blues, we could say, but a big touch, more than a touch, of ethnic vibes, African vibes. What am I talking about? Mkutano by Taj Mahal. Oh yes. There's a lot of great recordings by Taj. I like them a lot. Also because I must say they're always, not always, the first one's a little less, but time after time, the sonics got better and better. And this one, I don't know why, it's particularly curated, well done, very, very nice. It might not be the right music for everyone, but it's interesting. I think it's well worth a experience, a discovery, a testing. Let's listen to the first track.
Oh, oh, bright sun shining over the blue sea. I said it was a bright sun shining over a deep blue sea, blue sea. Oh, the fishermen are coming in from the night, and the sails on the horizon, ooh, we in the dark country.
Very, very cool. Forgot to read the subtitle, Meets the Culture Musical Club of Zanzibar. Wow. Okay, let's proceed now to our next album, which is something very special. It's, we could say, a jazz album. A lot of covers. I'm not a cover guy. But when the sonics are outstanding, the bass, the mids, and the highs, just fabulous. You just have to bow and listen. I have this also on LP. I also have a copy of the master tape. It's so damn good. And probably in a future episode, I'll present that one. What am I talking about? Sorry, I always use this phrase, but I like it. To introduce The Hidden Port by Tommy Schneider and Friends. Oh, yes, baby! Okay, let's listen to maybe a couple of tracks, because it's very close up, okay? Not everyone likes that. But you really sense the saxophone, for example, the breathing, the way the lips are grasping on the instrument, how he is blowing, and all clearly all the different parts. The bass is huge, very, very deep. It's just an incredible recording, very well done. They also done other albums. This one is the best. Okay, let's start with, I'll go here and there. Let's start. Some are a little more fusion funky, something a little more traditionally jazzy. Wow. A true reference, I must admit. And from what I understand, it was recorded on tape. It should be, at least. Okay, let's proceed with another one of my favorites. Actually, I've already used it in a couple of videos just to show it off or to conclude it, but I didn't present it as a reference, which it is. It's an Italian band. It's called Voodoo Sound Club, together with Guglielmo Pagnozzi from Emilia-Romagna, Bologna. I've seen them live here in Florence, actually, once. That's where I fell in love. Clearly, it's not easy to find their stuff. They're just about 2 or 3 records. That's all. This is the best one, I think. And the genre is fusion Afrobeat, okay? I just go crazy when you have that funky style with those African beats. I mean, it's just mind-blowing. That's why I love Fela Kuti, which I plan on doing an in-depth video. But apart from him, this is just amazing. I'll put just the first one, Aphroderic, which should convince you immediately. Wow. Even this is gonna be tough to find. Okay. Actually, it's a pity because they do different jobs. They can't do this full time. So if someone is listening to this, I would try to offer them a true contract because the sound, the technical ability that these guys deliver, it's just uncomparable, I think. Okay. Now we have something that was highly recommended by someone in the last video. Published by Name, which is a hi-fi label. Very extreme audiophile quality. I mean, the sounds are so real, you're gonna jump on your chair, your couch, wherever you are, because it is truly amazing what they have done. What am I talking about? Antonio Forcione, Touchwood. Yes. Let's listen immediately to the first amazing track. This is really to show off your system, I would say. The dynamics, but also the timbre. Very, very cool. Play it loud. Okay, we have reached almost the end. Last record, something actually I've recently presented in the video dedicated to the Mobile Fidelity Golden Discs. If you haven't seen it, I think it's worthwhile. Here is a link. And this is practically my favorite record from the series because the mastering is truly outstanding, because the recording is truly outstanding. At least one rock album is in this top 10, not top 10, in this group. What am I talking about? Crime of the Century, Supertramp. And this particular edition, once again, preserves completely the dynamics and the sonics. Wawa Gazawa. Okay.
I can see you in the morning when you go to school. Don't forget your books, you know you've got to learn the golden rule. The teacher tells you stop your playing, get on with your work. And be like Johnny Too Good, don't you know he never shirks. He's coming along.
Well, on these notes, what can I say, guys? If you don't know these records, go and get them. Also, this is a true masterpiece, a rock masterpiece. I think it rivals with the best of Pink Floyd. Absolutely. At least that's my opinion. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this second video. Please write your comments and your new suggestions. I'm clearly gonna look them all and probably buy them. Thank you again for watching, and remember, music is born analog. Bye! Ciao belli! Well guys, if you're enjoying my videos and you're enjoying my channel, please consider to subscribe by clicking the black and white logo here below. Also, don't forget to click the notification bell so you'll never miss an episode and you will become a true member of the analog community.